hello, gamers. Hello, that gray hat. I have kidnapped you up into the commentary VC here. We are live on stream. Everything you say can and will be held against you in a court of law. Even when it's not reasonable to hold it against you.
Yep.
Cool with that? Okay, good.
Okay. I forgot about this, so I'm trying to find a good replay.
Alright. Yeah, no rush. We've got a little bit of time. I'm going to get an Anarchy Open lobby set up, and I will be sending you and... Oh, shoot. I think it was Raya? I've had a conversation with them before about whether it was Rhea or Raya. I think it's Raya. No, Raya. Like Rays of the Sun. Shoot. No, that's wrong. Because it starts with a... Yeah. I've had this conversation before, and I'm blanking on... Oh, wow, that was... that. I thumped really close to the mic there. I'm doing great right now. I'm doing great, everybody. Thanks for asking. I'm going to go and get this set up. But first I need to get a pool. Yeah. I was very prepared. No concerns here. Okay, so we're going to go over... And... So previously, we had shifted our perspective from looking at Dash to looking at Pearl. Today, we look at another friend who is in this picture. Okay.
I'm deciding between a YouTuber match and a Z plus F charger match. This is tough. I recently discovered the power of the YouTuber. I had disrespected it for a while, but now I'm starting to realize that I think the YouTuber can do more than I thought it could before. Partially carried by a kit, but I feel like I had enough charger experience to the point where I was able to aim pretty well, and then I discovered that the charge hold mechanic is a little better than I thought it was before. I actually thought there were only I thought there was only 3 gimmicks to the charge hold mechanic of the YouTuber, but I actually discovered another one. It has an advantage over other chargers, where it can, like when you pop out of the ink while holding a charge with other chargers, it usually takes like a moment before you can go back into the ink after popping out while still holding a charge. But with the YouTuber, not only can you hold it for like 5 seconds, you can actually pop out of the ink and go right back into it without a downtime moment. It's kind of hard to
Classic
explain.
YouTuber squid bag.
Yeah, you can do that. Basically, you can squid bag while holding a charge, and with other charges, you can't. To kind of visualize that, but
And through the power of squid bagging, we shall overcome.
yeah, totally. That's a big advantage.
Hello,
Oh, no.
Doovie, and hello to Ace CJ, and hello to Julius, and Snow, and Ane, and Whistlewind Wolf, and Boo Gambilia, and Jacob 1, as opposed to the second or third Jacobs. And hello to Squid Kid, and hello to Chaluna, and hello Z-Tech, and hello Minty Misk, and Raz, and Genichi, and hello Teki Amelia, and hello Akabeko Mu, I think, something like that. And hello Doughboy, and Soli XCX, and Phydro. And hello, Octo Josh. Hi, Mr. Gem, may I get a drink of water? I can't stop you. I don't know where you are in the world right now. Go drink water. And hello, VPPL. And hello, Mega Neko. And hello, JR Hyde. And Vile Plume, hello. And hello, Nixmalia. Weird looking cat. And hello, RoboStew. And hello to Technical Difficulties. Should do a mod review or you do a VOD review for your chat mods. I offered that at one point, actually. And nobody took me up on it. Or like, maybe one or two people out of all of the mods, they were just like, nah, I'm good. And hello, Yakineko. And hello, Sam. How's it going? Hello, Dragonstar. And hi, Teacup Toot and George 3. Wait, so there's Jacob 1, but now there's George 3? Where are the first two Georges? LC, I already said I can't stop you. I literally cannot stop you. If you walk out of the room and go to the bathroom, there are 0 consequences that I could possibly enforce if I wanted to. Go use the bathroom. And hello, Eden. Stopped in during my 10-minute work break to visit my... Aww. Daw. Thank you. And hello, Muno15, and hello, Kite. It's a duck. I'm very happy that there is a duck. And hello, Gleb Volodin, and Diamond Star, and Yaki Neko. It's the 3rd George in all of history. The first ones we remember... I don't know where those... Maybe... There was a Saint George, isn't there? Isn't there a legend where he's like stabbing a dragon or something? Hold on, Saint George. This is the thing I'm thinking of, right? Saint George and the Dragon, yes! There's a legend in which he defeats a dragon that had extorted tribute from villagers. Very neat. All right. Oh. Hello. We have now dragged you up into the channel where you can be heard on stream.
Hi, I'm going to now disappear and go get a chair for a sec.
Remind me really quick, is your name pronounced Raya?
Yes.
Okay, I had it right the first time. Not the second or third times.
I'm going to go get a chair.
All right. So I've sent both of you the information for the pool to get into and the passwords, so let me know when you guys are both in there, and I will send out the invite, and Devi, you are welcome to join us. BRB.
Okay. I made it. I'm here. Maybe. Uh-oh. Can you hear me?
All right, we've got ourselves a doovie. And this is definitely a 52 rotation because I don't feel like having no ability to push through open sightlines. That does not sound particularly fun on either of these maps.
At least one of them's a comp map mode. The other one's just like, okay.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll join in a second. My brother needed a piece of bread.
And Raya, just let me know once you're in the pool and I can send out that invite.
I am in the pool.
Okay. I'm going to hope that that gray hat is in the pool because they've been in here for longer and they've had time. So I'm pressing the Y button.
you can still send
You can
more
just
than
do it
one
again.
invite anyway.
Right, right. It's like after 10 seconds or
I
something
had
that
a-
you can send it again. Forget about that.
I had a quick intervention with my brother actually, so I'm not missing yet. Sorry.
All right, no worries. Brother, just wanted to sit you down and tell you that I'm worried about you pressing your hand against that hot stove. I don't think that that's a smart thing to... Oh, you already took your hand off. Okay, never mind. We're good.
Good old siblings.
Oh, I haven't joined a pool in a while. How do I actually join your lobby once I join the pool?
It'll show up and then you can just.
Yeah, it
like
should
in
show up in
post
the
section.
envelope section.
Hmm.
Tab over to the right.
Yeah. Yep.
Do you see it?
It's in the notifications tab. Let me refresh. Let me make sure it's. Huh.
I just sent it again.
Yeah.
You have been invited to play. Yay!
Oh, there it is.
Gem, FYI, your soup tier list is outdated? That's an interesting claim.
Is there a soup update?
Did they patch them?
They patched the recipes, guys.
Alright.
Was there a new one?
I haven't seen new soups there myself.
Okay.
Just bear in mind, I only have access to, you know, so much of them. I don't have some of the DLC that other grocery stores might have.
New god tier grandma soup.
Okay,
Just always make that
well,
clear.
obviously that's just like the final boss that cheats, right? It's not fair. Not a reasonable comparison.
Bowls of soup. Oh,
That's the valedictorian of soup.
They nerfed Campbell's, and Campbell's has been a low tier. Its finest moment was courtesy of Andy Warhol. Okay.
Wait, hold on. I thought this was a VOD review. Oh, wait, is it not a VOD review?
So the
the-
way that these streams always work is that we play Anarchy Open for an hour, and then we go to the VOD reviews for the two
Oh.
players.
Well,
It's just like how we do it on Tuesdays.
Okay, I didn't know that, but I'm afraid I'm playing on handheld now because I didn't get it set up for an actual game, and I'm bad on handheld, so sorry.
I think there's two on the left. One
Yeah,
of them
got
being the
one,
leader.
got one,
Yeah.
two on right. Last one on me, besides the leader on the left.
Throw a
They're
fizzy
stuck.
at
They
it.
dropped. Go after them. Nice.
Good. Leader's going
Coming
top
out right. Coming out
Billy.
right. Are they flanking?
up
They're
there,
flanking.
too.
Nice.
Okay, leader's top right. Be careful.
I'm down to Stamper. They're coming out left.
Oh, hello. Goodbye. Right side flank, potentially.
Yep.
Uh.
Almost certainly.
I don't know where.
missile? Or no, that was jumps.
Oh, they're back on the...
Yeah, they're on
Leader's
me.
top left! Oh!
Got the dualies.
Nice.
Oh, the wall fell right at the wrong time.
They have a DC.
Just hold zone.
I'm keeping the leader back.
Got the jump. Leader weak. Nice.
I saw the hammer throw at it, and I'm like, if that lands.
I haven't played in a bit. I haven't had time. And then also, I watched Arcane with my friends, and then got sucked in League. So my camera feels super shaky.
I'm gonna switch my phone real quick. 'Cause
Nice fist bump.
If we're playing actual games, I'm not gonna play handheld.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right.
Take your time, setup. I got 3 golds too, so that was
You just weren't in the right place.
yeah, very successful. I also am probably using the wrong. Oh crap! Someone else pressed stop, right? Because the stick flicked back.
Yeah, I hit it.
Okay.
I got you.
Good.
What emote are you using?
I'm using one that's sitting down.
Oh, yeah. Then it wouldn't go with any of ours.
Mm-hmm. But that's
You have the opportunity to change it if you want.
I'm good.
No fist bumps with Jerry today.
Well, there's someone else who's sitting down.
Oh, okay. Then we're good.
But anyway,
Well,
yeah,
we're sitting
Arcane is amazing, and League of Legends is a better game than its reputation would have you believe.
It's pretty fun. I played it for the last 2 days. And I got rolled like every time, or carried, so.
Yeah. Like, I will say, I have no idea what it is about that game that gets you through the learning curve of it. It's seriously like 50 to 100 games before you have any clue what's going on, and those are long games. But
Which one are you using,
like,
then?
what?
What emote are you using?
Breakin'.
Okay.
But there is something about it that's just really enjoyable. Maybe it's just like it's a game that you can play with your friends and kind of spend a lot of time talking about it with them or working it out with them. It's a game that's really easy to go in and be a teacher for someone else playing. Like your friends who know more are able to interact with you a lot in teaching it to you because there's so much to teach. Maybe that's it. But it's just really satisfying. And once you start figuring out what's actually going on, it gets even better.
It has been really hard to learn how to not get CC'd into 0 to death instantly.
Mm-hmm. Something that's really nice about the fact that it's so long is that in any one given matchup that you ever play, you're going to very quickly learn, like, here are the attacks that I need to avoid. Like, here's the range that I need to keep away from this particular character. And yeah, there are 200 characters, and you'll need to learn that for all of them eventually, but at
Quite
least...
a lot of pikes.
At
You
least
learn a
during
lot.
that one game, you will learn what it is that you need to be scared of, and that's nice.
I should have ready.
All right.
If you bug me, and I'm just running around killing targets.
I am squid rolling around in figure eights. Or in stars. I don't know.
Amelia's asking, why do you use the HyperX Alpha Cloud 2 or whatever those are? It's because I got them for free. When I worked for Bravis, there was a sponsorship deal at one point that we had with HyperX, and they gave us headphones, mouse, keyboard, and... Oh, what was the last thing? Was it a mouse pad? Did I say microphone? Microphone, headphones. Yeah, microphone was the one that I forgot.
Oh, it's Hinny. Wait, I know these people.
So,
Time to fight your friends.
I know the bucket player. Or the try.
Which one? There we go. The try's gonna, or not try. The slasher's
I am
got a very
having-
aggressive build on for the zip.
Tons of frame drops.
Zip. Sorry, I thought that was the zip one.
one bottom left.
On him.
Nice.
I think
Good
shit.
striking. I'm down to bomb.
Oh, the slosh went over my head. There's two jumping to our right truck. One's going left.
I don't think 4.0.2 is out
on our
yet
plant,
because
on our plant.
I have not seen any updates that I've needed to
Well,
make.
Inkjet jumps
Needed to
on our
download.
top left where the snipe is.
Got him.
There we go. Okay, we gotta try to look for a zone cap.
Wailing. I'm gonna need help on bottom left.
Yeah, I'm trying. The bucket sees
They're under
me.
right now.
I got one.
Painting zone.
Helping.
Got it.
Darn it.
Pushing
One
left
I'm out.
truck.
Try and back zone.
Traded left truck. There's a crab on zone.
I'm shutting the crab.
One
Someone
top left.
just left.
One bottom left. I was wrong.
One for one. One drop left.
Thank you.
Another top left. Inkjet. Oh, I'm stuck in mist. Woo!
Up the jet.
Good. Right side, good. Paint the right side a little more. Got one.
Nice. There's one
Oh.
dropping out right.
Try to meet.
Hit him once.
Nice.
Pretty good.
They have tacticooler out.
I've got whale
I'll
for
have
when
Inkjet.
ready. Okay, they're coming in.
Ooh.
One
Ooh.
got me right.
Uh-oh.
Watch zone.
One's by my jump.
3 on ouch.
Oh, I got him.
No, there are two tactical around zone. That jump is dead.
Yep. Crab's gonna look at me. Watch out. Don't be close to me. Try slosher sharking low right here.
All right, I've almost got nice. Wailing. One on zone.
Two on our right.
Oh, I should have helped you.
There's still two on our right.
Traded on zone.
One is our left sharking now, Inkjet. And there's an Inkjet still here. Jumps on the left. We gotta go for a zone cap.
Got one on zone.
Out. Behind.
Left corner. Good.
Nice.
Back left corner too.
On their truck.
Top left. Two on their upper left flat. I'll get.
One dropped. Nice. I'm gonna stay near zone and make sure we're keeping paint on it.
Try strike. One jumped in on the right, going down
Shouldn't have done
now.
this.
Hit him once. Nice.
Got one. Got bucket.
Crab watching
I'm getting
zone.
crab.
They're
Yep.
one. They're one. They're one.
Crab weak. Got him.
Nice, nice.
Just,
a slosher after
slosher.
their base. And friends.
I don't know where their slosher went.
Two coming out mid. Got one. Still zone. Still zone. Good job. Good job. There's a jump.
Oh, there's one. Okay.
You're okay. I'm above you.
Nice.
Gimme E-Liter 4K. Yes, I did a video called the Super Jump Quiz where I put a bunch of situations on screen and talk about whether or not you should super jump in them. So go and check that out if you're interested in that.
I wouldn't mind if that was a recurring segment.
Mhm.
Time to message Hinny. See what those are.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Who are we saying hi to?
Oh.
Our fourth, who was stuck in waiting room, and I just noticed that.
Ah. Oh, thanks for going and finding the video on, eh?
Udra. That is a... Whoa! Tenacity special charge up respawn Punisher Hydra.
I'm flanking right. Actually, I'm gonna wait.
Can I jump to you, jump?
I wouldn't.
Well,
I will
okay.
need help getting paint.
I did it anyway.
Oh
Woo!
gosh, there's a carbon here. Yeah, I need one other to help me hold zone. Because I can't paint it alone.
I'm gonna back up and... Oh, shoot. Carbon was flanking from right. They came through mid. Yeah, we're gonna need to go in from the front a little bit more. We can't have multiple people flanking.
Ah, there's an actually
Another
good
one flank.
carpenter on the whole team.
Junior's on the zone.
Yep.
Alright.
I'm
We
painting.
need all the help we can painting it.
Got one. Just
explode.
paint.
Got
Nice.
Hydra's top left still. Oh, the carbon's flanking again.
From where?
They're behind.
I don't know. I turned around.
They're back right now. Carbon on me right. Hit him once,
I
I'm
need
down.
help painting the zone still.
Yeah,
Oh,
we should
no.
only have one person
Oh.
flanking at any point in time. We don't want to have multiple people in the wings, because then we're just not on
Yeah,
zone and we're losing paint.
You're gonna have
Yeah.
to help me with zone, Gem. You're the other good mid there. Oh, hello.
Carbon behind still. Okay,
Is he still
stay
there?
safe,
No.
don't stagger. We don't have time for a stagger.
Yes. I just stood there and did nothing.
Okay, we gotta
Alright.
go for a zone cap once
I'm
the
gonna go
Hydra's
over-
done.
Oh.
Raya's flanking,
Parking,
Raya's down.
parking.
Pushing for
Yeah,
zone.
sure.
Got one on zone. Paint zone. There we go.
Going around.
Hydra's down, Carbon's back left with a front. We're two down.
Alright, I shouldn't be flanking that side.
Oh,
I-
on me, Carbon.
Flank right,
for
flank
one.
right, flank right. Nice.
Got carbon.
Keep your right side painted.
Wailing, we've got a flank in on left. I'm pushing up. There's a big
Right there
bubbler though.
now.
I can't stay.
We don't have anybody else here.
Got one. Still trying to paint zone.
Hydra's and Booyah. Watch out for right
Carbon's
side
on
flank
right.
from Carbon again. They're gonna go on the flank again if we don't stop it. Yep, there they are.
How did I miss? Oh no.
They're
I'm
in
not
the
gonna be able to
bubble, too.
outpaint here. Oh no, they didn't put it on zone. Okay, I still can't outpaint.
Zuka. I've got a lot of people standing by me. Be careful.
Wailing.
Gonna go around the right. Guy on right.
I got
him.
the Hydra. Back, left. That's a bomb.
Got one.
Nice catch.
Expo and
Carbon's on the
carbon in
back,
front.
right behind the L block. They're going for a flank again.
They're one. Half. Now they're actually one for real.
They're not in a site where I can hit them. I'm out of ink.
I got him.
I couldn't keep zone.
I know. I had to help with the fight.
From here. Yeah.
I'm down to bomb.
That's a Booyah and everything else. Be careful. Hydra dropped left.
What?
That's two down. Get zone. There we go.
Hey, go in,
Got
go in.
We gotta- we gotta go in, we gotta go in.
Get him.
Alright, go lock out all the directions.
How did I not die?
I don't know.
Because they got me.
Oh, I got corrected.
Top right.
Watch glass, watch glass.
Two, give me the
Explo. We
zone.
need to
I
not
need
let
help, I need help,
Explo
I
on
need
glass.
I can
Keep
eat
the
shit
expo
if
off
I
glass,
know.
or they're gonna outpaint us on zone.
I'm stuck. Got it.
All right.
There's a carve in here though,
Yeah.
and we couldn't keep it.
Yeah, we were 2v4 there.
I thought you were junior. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
That was a long end screen.
Yeah, the game is definitely slowed down substantially. Like, Nintendo even acknowledged it, and they're gonna have a patch out to try and fix it.
I thought that patch already came out.
I don't think so, because I don't think I downloaded any updates or anything like that.
I saw the Japanese patch notes were out.
Patch
don't
notes
think it-
out doesn't mean that the patch is live,
I
though.
don't think it released yet because it didn't tell me I had to update or anything, and I had the game open.
Thank you for the raid, Snow Bunny May. Welcome. I am going to switch weapons real quick.
I wonder what they
Sorry,
changed.
I had a connection error and I got disconnected.
All right, no worries. You can hop back in
Yeah,
whenever you're
and-
ready.
I don't know. Hold on.
We gaming over here? Yeah, so we're doing a really common format that I do on stream a lot, which is we're going to be doing VOD reviews for two of the players that we're playing with, for Raya and for Hat. But we start off the stream by playing Anarchy Open for an hour, in part just to, you know, give people the experience of playing with a coordinated team, since a lot of the people I coach haven't been able to do that, but also because people don't kind of trickle in over the course of the first hour or so, and so I never like starting the lessons right when the stream starts, because then people just miss a bunch. So we are 35 minutes into that first hour. So in about 25 minutes, we'll be doing a replay review for both of the two players I mentioned. This is the oldest stream on the channel that's still here. We started doing this a good long time ago, back before the channel was even branded as Squid School. Who do you choose to coach? It's a first come, first serve kind of thing. Actually, the Tuesday reviews, they're all free. I just do 2 of them per week, and you DM me on Discord. That's the way that it works. Just like, if you want the Discord server, you can ! Discord, you can ! links, and it'll give you the Discord in the chat. And then just find me in the Discord and DM me. And we can set it up from there. Right now, the first available date is out into late July.
Sorry, my whole family just got back home and they're causing a huge commotion, so, I might need to join back when it's time for my VOD review.
Alright, that's fine.
Yeah.
We can just keep going from here then.
I mean, like, about how much time will that take?
We'll be starting the VOD reviews at the top of the hour. And we can do yours second if you need.
Okay, so it's 7?
That would be 7 Eastern, yes.
Yeah, okay, cool. 7 Eastern. Alright, bye.
Alright, see ya.
I'll be back.
Do you know any strong English-speaking Dynamo players? Bigfoot. Bigfoot's, I believe, the top-ranking Dynamo player in the West. Forget it once I get into a game. Oh yeah, that's a really common problem. Everybody struggles with,
Well,
like,
I'm getting one shot.
the
Fence
difference
got me.
between knowing
There's
what you
3
should
in
be
the
doing
back
and actually
left.
doing it.
Fence on top left.
I'm being pushed from top left, I'm down.
Paintbrush.
Dang.
I have strikes ready.
Okay, there's one. I got one. Cool. Tent right below me, under our snipe.
Striking to zone.
Oh,
Got
Back
one.
left.
a plant.
They're down.
Just
That's
the
3 down,
top
pushing up.
right on their snipe.
Man.
They dropped onto zone.
Yep. I'm gonna try and shred the wall. There we go.
They're back right. They Kraken.
Kraken. Careful.
Teammates down.
Oh, that's a dude.
Uh,
One on zone. Left. Nice.
Paintbrush is down there.
I've got to back up.
Afternoon.
One more
Still
left.
on left
and one
by our
punching.
sign.
Anything?
One on crack still. Plant.
It's the 96.
Oh,
They're
darn.
close to Kraken. I'm going to try and get him before that happens. Got him.
Oh, 10's still here. I didn't know. Whoa.
Striking it.
Thank you.
Got him.
Nice. Back on their plat, their snipe. Bottom right.
Nice. Kraken incoming.
Top of the booyah.
Got paintbrush.
Oh, I got Zuka top right and jumps on the snipe. One's our back right under our truck.
Traded.
Tent is down.
Oh. Okay. That is the aerospace build ever.
One's on top of our right truck. We went down.
Got him.
Oh, tent jumped in on the right here. Watch out, shield.
Paintbrush down.
Thank you.
I'm down on right.
Okay.
2 on zone. They're booyahing.
Booyah, heads up. Oh, Booyah's
Booyah.
on me. Woo!
Nice. That's 2
Yeah.
down.
90.
Paintbrush drops
Back
to
left.
left. I'm going to go after it.
I got it.
Nice.
You guys can push up for sure.
There's one up on their snipe somewhere. Tent and something else.
Ha! I knew that was going to happen.
2 on the right of their snipe. Tent's
Okay.
gonna push me.
Tent had to back
Booyah
up.
bomb. Zuka, one more shot.
Darn it.
Oh, I dropped. I did not mean
No
to
more
drop
shot.
here. Woo.
Got 2. Just 96.
back
Where's
right.
96?
Back right.
I'm dropping in behind it. They've Kraken.
Kraken.
Top of tent. Paintbrush on their truck.
Painting over the Kraken.
Paintbrush down. Or, well. Nice.
I dangled some fish sticks in front of the Kraken and it chased me all the way off the zone.
Good job, Jerry.
Is there any Charger player on YouTube? Many, yes. So you've got, I don't know how active these are on YouTube specifically, but you've got Ice, you've got Brian. Does Q make content? I don't know if Q makes content. There's Latias from, or is it Latios? I think it's Latias from
Latias.
Australia. And you've got a whole bunch of like Twitch streamers as well. Like Barry is a really solid backline player. Has been playing Charger for a very long time. It's like a 2800 XP peak or something. And Barry is one of the most prolific Twitch streamers on the platform, so definitely someone to watch.
Do we run into Becca every time?
Becca's just always streaming.
At this time, yes.
No,
Big
always
swig and
streaming.
pro. That's a drop roller ballpoint, so be careful.
Becca
on
is
the
never
jump
not
camp.
being squid. Always stream.
I'm down. They rushed. Watch out right side.
Oh,
They're all three there.
Yeah, I traded the zap.
Yep. Ballpoint's up close, by the way. They're behind the L block.
You're for the stuff.
I know. I'm throwing bombs at it.
We got strikes ready.
I have Inkjet at 3/4.
Striking to booyah. I was a little too late.
Their Inkjet's out. I'm gonna counter
Oh,
Inkjet.
what? Why did it think I was gonna
Got
go
one.
there?
Oh, I did not mean to throw my.
Nice. 2 down.
We're 3v2.
Uh,
We lost our H3.
Oh, ballpoint? I did not get ballpoint. Darn. Could have got ballpoint.
one on the low right. I got one. Got two. One more right corner.
Ballpoint is low. I got him.
Good.
Yeah.
Someone was right corner. I
Got
don't
him.
know if they're... Okay.
Big swig glass.
Yeah, I've been shooting it off.
They're booyahing.
I'm gonna be back on zone.
Do
Yeah.
ya?
One was on right side
two.
corner. Right side corner marked.
Nice two.
I'm down.
Ballpoint's on top of tent. Inkjet's out.
Big swig's
Got
pushing
one.
me left. Try and hold zone.
Oh, ballpoint shooting me. Two left corner. Tag team on the left corner. We
Oh.
can. Never mind. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Hold zone.
I got big swig, but I'm down.
Why are they playing that?
Be careful there. There's a bunch looking on right.
No
They have
way.
Inkjet on the right corner. It's two on me. I can't push that. I have Inkjet shortly. They also have Inkjet.
All right. They've got chumps out.
There's rain as well.
Striking in.
For that. Okay.
I
Careful
somehow
on the
did not
right.
get the forge. Okay, I traded.
Inkjet's
Ah,
out.
crud. They got me on left. Paint zone.
Trying.
Be there
Yeah,
in a
I'm gonna cut now.
second.
That I got fall
We
off.
got cap.
Two right corner.
Play it
They're
safe.
booyahing.
I
Keep holding zone if we can. Oh, we're two down.
Yeah, we're two down, but
I'll be on 10.
I'm being pushed. I'm being pushed. I'm down. Two on right.
Yeah. Watch out. I'm getting fall off by 3. I need paint. Okay, we don't have a lot of time. We gotta try and go for a cap with specials here. They have Inkjet at the ready. I also have Inkjet at the ready. I'll have to use mine. Using it.
One behind us.
Help paint. Help paint. Help paint.
There's a big swig behind me. I can't.
Traded. Man.
I'm getting booyah'd.
Oh my. I mechanically played like garbage. I took so many fights that I should have won.
Yeah, no worries.
Uh-oh.
I missed a lot of shots that game though, so I could have gotten a bunch more picks, but I missed.
Same.
My aim was too far to the left.
We'll keep going on this.
Is gyro drift like a known thing?
Yes,
Okay.
it's pretty common.
Is that something that you can calibrate and get rid of, or no?
It's not a calibration problem. It's typically a problem of gyro drift. Because with normally when stuff's drifting, my understanding is that it's that There
Well,
are
it's just,
these little white bits of plastic that rub off on the sticks, and they get clogged up in the sticks themselves, and make it like turn a little bit. And so, like, if that's happening to your right stick, it'll drift in, you know, the right or left direction. Which I assume is usually what it is.
Basically, it's the part gets worn down, and then it will make the part that tells the stick that you're turning it is attached to the stick. But if it is worn down enough, it will make contact even when you're not touching the like stick part of the stick. But it'll register on the inside of the controller, and then you'll have drift. That was a terrible explanation.
Can I rejoin the room? Because
Yeah, we just got started with another game, but as soon as we're done with that,
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, that is
we're
so
two down.
weird.
Seems like you might need to reopen it to be joined as well.
We have to finish the game first.
Yeah, I know.
Got the tent.
Got one.
Striking leader. Oh, there's a carbon on my ouch. Coming left, back left.
I got it.
Nice. I jumped into Fart Boy. Got tent. One on plat. Nice.
Carbon, got carbon.
Oh, I got sniped. They're on the top left. They're still back
What
on their
about you?
plateau. You guys can hold them back.
Tent down.
Someone's dropping right. Be careful. Uh-oh. I might die here. Yep, they got me. The right side drop marked. They're going to zone.
Leader.
We don't have
that's a
anyone
tent.
contesting zone.
But I killed the tent again. That's more important, right?
Okay, there is a sword on the right, by the way. I hit him twice.
I'm down to carbon on left truck.
There's still one on the right side here. If someone can pinch that.
Right above
No.
Raya,
Never
careful.
mind. Never mind.
Sorry.
Here. I bring gifts.
Oh, tent and sword on left. Zukin coming.
Okay, I pushed the leader out of the way a little bit.
We might be able to grab zone since they're not looking.
I'm trying
Nice.
with my life. Leader on the left. Throw a bomb at it.
Oh,
Leader one.
I'm down to sword on bottom right.
Skill issue. There we go.
2v2.
Paint. Yep. Ooh, I can't fight that. I'm too weak. No, carbon!
Carbon's ground level.
Yep.
Hammer. Doing hammer things. Got leader.
Nice throw.
Down to sword on the right.
Thank you.
Jumps on the left, on the right side. Never mind.
Oh, hi.
Right side.
Hello.
Yep. Whee. Here I am once again. Oh, leader, hello.
Oh, two on my ouch. The bottom right now, both of them.
I got leader.
One this way. 10.
I got sword. I just
Behind you,
can't-
Raya?
There we go. Okay.
Ah, I'm dead. I should have rushed him instead of backing up.
I got leader.
Sword,
They're super low.
No
and
sword.
then carbon. Carbon on right. They're in the corner now. Got him.
Got leader.
Oh, hi,
Oh.
10.
All right. Might have fist bump potential here.
Yeah, I did get 3 golds.
Hey, there we go. Very nice.
Wee. I have to update my fist bump collection. I have it in about 3 days. There's a lot there. I'm just gonna make an entire montage of all the fist bumps I've gotten. In
All
the
right, remember, someone press stop so that we can get
I have done
Hat
so.
in. Awesome. So, Hat, the game is done, and you're welcome to join back in.
All right. Yep. Let's see. Replay. Yep. All right. Join.
Oh, you can't. Darn.
Let's see.
GG, Mr. Man Guy. Mr. Man Guy was the Stamper player.
GG Stamper.
Thank you for the donation. Always booyah back. Tuition for Squid School. I'm an overfisher, but love learning about the other side of things. Awesome. Well, welcome. I'm very much in the opposite position. I'm pretty casual on the salmon running front. I picked up a few things, obviously. You know, made a video about it for IGN, so I had to learn a thing or two about overfishing. But it was definitely a learning experience. There was a lot in there that I did not know before I made that video.
For IGN?
Yeah. There is a video that's like edited and narrated by me on IGN about salmon run.
Huh.
Yeah, I watched that video. It's pretty interesting.
It's chronicled a world record run that was done by a bunch of top players: Brian, Reiko, Gunji. Who am I forgetting? That was the last one. Oh, I'm totally drawing a blank on who the last one was. Marty Bubbler.
Yeah, I watched that video and I found it really interesting because I played a bit of Salmon Run. I think the Big Run map was actually good. I know a lot of people are saying it's bad, but I disagree. I think it was really fun. Very difficult, but
Yeah, the
fact
low tide
that
is tough.
the fact that those top players were able to, like, what was it? There was this one tip that really surprised me. Oh yeah, them looking at the direction that the recalling salmonids when they, the egg grabbers.
Mm-hmm,
The fact that they can actually look at which direction they're about to go, and they can think about them going back to the egg basket and just having them collect eggs for them when the ones are headed in the right direction. That's like pretty crazy, like advanced stuff. I gotta learn how to I gotta learn how to look for that because that sounds pretty useful.
Yeah, it's relatively simple actually. Basically what's going to happen is whenever a snatcher goes out to collect eggs, it's going to return in the direction that it came. So if it flew like over the basket to get to the egg, it's going to fly back by the basket, and you're going to be able to just shoot it down and have the eggs land on it.
That's good, yeah.
During the first big run, every snatcher would come from behind the basket, so you could use that to get like a ton of eggs.
Wow.
It was very nice.
Got one, pushing up. Got another.
Leading.
Third one's weak, got him. Just Charger top left. Charger down. One dropped on me. Try, nice. Oh my god, get through.
Oh man. Nice. We put a wall up in front of it. Oh, never mind.
Charger top right, by the rail.
I'm gonna try to get to the zone before they try to contest it, unless you have them handle it base.
Watch out.
I don't think anyone's leaked yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm down on the jump.
Oh wait,
Okay, they'll leak now because we're 2v4.
last. Oh, and the try. Okay. Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Oh, I got two.
Nice. See if you can keep zone, Devi.
I'm trying. There's a dualies in front of me.
Not anymore. Blaster's also weak. Oh, there's two back here. Got one. Last one dropped. Blaster down. That's game.
They're playing front line right
I
here.
was literally about to get sniped at the end there.
And hello, Cure Happy DX. First time here and have been watching your videos. Welcome. Good to see you. we'll sneak one more in there.
Okie dokie.
Have one more as a treat.
Oh, the treat? The bonus content?
Is this for the fans I keep hearing about?
I didn't have much. You guys spawn camped them for most of that match. Or at least it felt like it.
What is it?
Yeah,
Jim kind
yeah.
of went in. I hit around a corner and I'm like, I'm gonna try strike to help. I'm gonna bomb. I'm gonna pick off the one that's weak. Oh, okay, I'm the last one. I'm gonna shark. The charger did a jump shot in front of me, so charger was mine. Then one went to a bomb and zone was still ours.
Do you have any thoughts on Big Run losing around 33% players? Where are those numbers coming from? I like any data about the size of the player base is very interesting to me because that's not typically something that's shared very frequently. So
Forever.
it's something I'm always interested in keeping track of when there's any information about it.
I didn't want to give us one more.
Someone else just get a server.
Yes, we all did. Oh, the puppy.
Lobby's going back up.
Okay. Oh, I just got one of the new songs.
At COXX? I'm not finding that person. Yeah, the only COXX I'm seeing has like 4 followers. That like, what's the actual Twitter at? Oh, okay, it's got an S at the end.
Sorry, I got a disconnection. Got a communication error. But back.
I mean, we all had it that time, so no worries.
I can't believe you would do that.
As we all DC.
Completely unprecedented. Disrespectful.
I wonder where wonder where those numbers came from. Data mining, I guess?
That's a lot of off buckets. Wait, okay, Ninja Squid Luna.
Oh no.
Luna on zone. They're one shot.
They're on the left.
now? Nice.
Thank you.
2 in the right corner
Uh-oh.
here. Oh, I'm getting bombed.
Got one.
One on their truck. Luna.
Explo on the
Careful.
top right.
Got him.
I'm trying to paint against the Explo here.
Trying to give you more paint against the Explo.
Oh my god, skill issue!
Oh, that's a Luna. I don't think I want to get too close to that. Luna's on the bottom left here. They're one. Oh, I got him.
Got another. Just dualies and blob.
Doolies
Blob
and
top
Blob
right.
are on their snipe.
Ooh, I got directed by the blob. Top right, very weak. Hat's pushing them.
I'm being pushed
Luna's
back by
very,
rain,
very
but
low. Got him.
Holding zone. Nice.
Nice.
ooh, right at the end.
Oh, whoops. We played that entire game with dogs on the screen. Well, gotta do another one.
I think
That was
Jamie's still in
interesting.
chat. Jamie, can you update to animal on the screen?
Yeah, that might be a
It's not
better
just
command
cats
to have.
anymore. But I don't know. We can just keep it just because the command is cat, so it's shorter. We can just keep it. We can keep the command as cat, but yet have the message changed.
Or dog, or frog, or I don't know. Just having a different one for every animal.
All the dogs, cats. You know what? I think we keep the command as cat, but we change the message.
Yeah. There's an animal on the screen, Gem. Or an aminal,
animal.
if we want to go there.
Aminal.
Aminal!
Jojo noticed my my Discord name.
I've never heard anyone else ever say that.
It's a very common little kid thing. Like, kids will
Is it?
mix up their M's and their N's. And so an animal becomes an aminal.
Also, Devil with the raid. Pog, pog, pog.
Hello, Devil, and welcome, everybody. Those are just cats with that dog in them.
Alright, let's do the same thing again.
But better, even though we won last time.
Oh no, I died to the storm.
No, there's a lot of strain.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't wanna. Ugh! There's a Luna on the left.
Well, I probably died to the Expo here. No, I don't! Let's go!
Let's go, Jerry!
One bottom left. Blaster, nice.
Bottom.
Going after the blob. Blob down.
Drop down.
Trying to get ink. There you go.
Oh, CDS is so weak.
Oh my god.
Luna on me, on right.
There's someone on the back left.
I'm
here.
down to Luna. They're pushing right. We're two down.
My Luna's on me.
No. Who shot me?
It's okay.
Oh, Luna dropped left, I'm down.
Yeah, they zipped. They zipped.
No, they're just there.
Oh, okay. Those. Oh, we
Got
zipped.
Luna. I traded.
That's why I was
That's
confused.
Luna.
Oh, there's two on the left.
Got one.
Good.
Luna dropped left again, got him.
After the Luna behavior.
Blob got me on zone. Underneath you, Raya, is the blob.
Oh, hello, Blob.
Got him.
Blob
Oh,
down.
man.
Dooley's on the top right.
Trying to hold zone.
Yeah, I got you. I just need ink.
Traded. Expo down. One dropping on right.
Got him. That wasn't the guy you were talking about, but I still got him.
Excellent.
Got Luna.
Blob
That's the
and
blob.
Expo
There we
down.
go. That's a delayed wipe.
Dooley's dropped out right.
Got him.
That's game.
Nice.
Why am I on top of it now?
Alright.
You know, sometimes when you ride ink and there's a Luna Blaster for your face,
There you go. Yum
Sorry.
yum yum. I'm gonna eat you alive.
No fist bump. I had 3 golds.
So did I, but we were separated.
There's some kind of animal on the screen. Gem, remove the cute creature.
I love it.
Remove the creature. All
There
right.
you go.
So that'll do it for our Anarchy Open run. We're going to switch over to the VOD reviews now. And I'm checking Discord really quick to see what version of recording we've got. I don't see one from Hat yet. Do you have a replay code or a recording?
I've been muted for a bit. Oops.
Got a replay code. Actually, I can't decide if it's more valuable for a tower control Z plus F charger match or a turf war match with the GooTuber. I don't know, one of those two.
It is up to
I don't
you.
know.
Whatever it is that you are trying to work
Yeah.
on more. And
I think I'll do the
Raya,
Z-
I
I
also
think I'll
will
do the
need.
charter match then.
Okay. Raya, I also will need a replay code or something from you. I don't think I see one in the chat there. So make sure I've
No,
either got a link or a
I'll
replay
find
code. So they're both going to be replay codes?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have a capture card.
Then we don't have to switch the scene or anything like that. I'll really quickly go check the shops while we're waiting for our codes to come in.
Would it be possible for me to go first?
Sure. As long as that works with Hat.
You fine with that? Great. Oh, he's gone.
Did we lose them from the call?
I don't know. I don't think so.
No, we didn't. They're just muted.
Alright, let me just type in the replay code.
Hat, are you good with Raya going first, or did you need to go first?
I don't mind.
All right.
Awesome.
So just give me that code, Raya.
Trying to find a code that will be useful. I haven't played in a bit. I've only played like once on Humpback and like for this patch. So,
Well, if you've only played once, then I mean that makes the decision pretty easy, doesn't it?
yes. Well, I mean like one session.
Ah,
I'll do it with this one.
what in the world? I'm on Twitter, and there's a trend right now that says it's about the Trump arraignment, but one of the trending hashtags in it is "Enter Discord giveaway." Like, did those just like coincide really coincidentally, and Twitter thinks that they're related?
Yes, Trump is holding a Discord Nitro giveaway.
To support
Put
not
this link-
going to prison.
Look up Trump giveaway to find out more. Okay, let me write this down.
I imagine it probably is just like correlative. Like it's trying to figure out if the timing of two different things coincides or tend to be used by the same people or something. I don't know.
All right, I sent you the code.
All right, thank you. And I'll get that projected for you in a second. I'm just going to put the code in first and let it load while I do that.
Oh. I'm painting with it now, so there's stuff all over my desk. That's not the.
Oop, wrong one. There we go. I believe so, Ane. There might be multiple viable pronunciations, but... Okay. So this is Humpback Rainmaker. And we've got...
I'm not getting any sound. Is that?
Yeah, that'll be the way that it is, unfortunately, because there's no sound being produced from the projection.
Okay.
But this way you'll be able to see it in real time, at least.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got an E-Leader and a Rapid Pro Deco, which means that there's only going to be so much frontline pushing power on your team. It's especially difficult because you've got a brush. The thing about pushing power is that some weapons are going to push by like flanking. They're going to push by trying to skirmish, get their attention someplace else. Whereas other weapons are actually going to like stand and force you out of the way. So we have like two frontline weapons sort of here in that you've got the brush and you. But the brush is going to be doing that skirmishing kind of play style. So there aren't very many weapons that are actually going to be trying to stand their ground and fight anything. Which makes it pretty awkward for you. You're probably going to want to be very careful about which fights you take. Every commitment that you take, you want to be pretty sure you've got some kind of advantage there. Because they've got a Squiffer, which is going to, just always a one-shot pressure. They've got the Dapples, which could be sharking and get on top of you. The Splash has a pretty fast kill time. Like, there's a lot of stuff here that can actually make you move backward. Whereas on your team, you're kind of waiting for them to push in and fall into some kind of trap if you want to get picks. So it's a little bit awkward to play there, especially in Rainmaker where you want to be playing fast. But we're hoping to kind of maybe get someone's attention so that it's easy for the Rapid and the E-Leader to get picks. That's probably the way that you're trying to play this. This is very risky. So first of all, the player who you just ran by should already know that you're here. Like, there's no reason that they can't have seen that. And you're also pushing towards another player as you go past them. So what's going to happen there is you're going to end yourself up between two enemy players over here. And so if your team doesn't follow up, you're kind of just stuck. You are wasting their time for a pretty good amount of time here, and the play ends up being elsewhere on the map. But like I said, we don't have a lot of frontline, we don't have a lot of pushing power, and so when you go in like that, where you're out of the sight line of the E-Leader, you're out of the sight line of the Blaster, you're just not going to have any support. Okay, nice. That's 2 down. Okay, awesome. You should not be the one to grab.
No, I know. Leader should have been picking it up for sure.
Leader or the Blaster, literally anybody other than you, honestly. But at least we get to first check, and now we don't have to keep holding it. Close one. I think a few more shots on target, and you get those wins. There you... Let's see, who is it? It's the Dapples that go down. Yeah, I guess you do kind of have to be kiting those. With some weapons, the play there would actually be to move closer to them, so you get the melee hitboxes and only need 3 hits.
I wonder if I can... Probably not, since they're Dapples, but if I could react to their rolls, I could probably get on top of them and charge slash them and kill them that way. It's
risky, for sure. They could probably kill you mid-dash. They're so fast. So I'd be worried about that. Small thing here, with the tri-strikes going off in mid, the direction that you choose to move to avoid them is the least safe position available to you. So they're throwing these over here on the right, and if we move to the right, our options are either to move in front of this wall of enemy paint and be isolated from our team, or to drop into pit, which isn't painted at all, which is also difficult to get out of. If you back up, or if you go to the left, or if you go to the back right or something, you're able to move a lot more defensively out of this, especially if you're going to be like throwing a torpedo and firing shots and stuff. Like, if they just dive you right now, you're probably in some trouble. And I guess they didn't see, even though you did fire shots and stuff.
Object permanence.
Yeah. Alright, so we get away with it because they didn't notice we were there. And we get another one, which is awesome. Cool. Alright. And now, right now, you want to be getting up onto their plat. You don't want to be turning back. You don't want to be, like, full steam ahead. Get in there. You're the only weapon on the team that's really going to want to do that. And, you know, they know that it's their job to pop the shield, get it picked up, move it to somewhere. But you've got to get in between the enemy team and the Rainmaker as quickly as you can, and that's going to be your way to do it. So don't even bother popping, because again,
Like,
you're
I
the
could be
most
on their
aggressive
plat right
weapon on your
now.
team. Huh?
If I had played it differently, I could have been on their plat already.
Correct.
I don't know what I'm doing here.
Yeah, we ran around in circles a couple times there. Sitting that close to the Rainmaker shield is potentially dangerous, because there's only one weapon on their team that can actually take advantage of this, but if the splash throws a suction bomb up and over the top and lands it on the backside of the shield, that would actually splat you.
Yeah.
And because they know you're there, and they know you're not moving, that's actually something that, like, I would consider going for in their position. And again, we picked up, which probably isn't something that we want you to be doing.
Definitely
like-
should not have picked up here.
We know there's someone around the corner, right? So we're not going to make any progress if we pick it up and try and run it. If we try to go to the left, we're going to give the enemy team plenty of time to respond to that, and it's going to be a 4v4. So, like, we just don't have any advantages picking this up. There's no reason to grab it right now. Good shots, though, from the team to trade back, so now we're still at even numbers. I'd be very careful about this position. We saw a laser over a window, over the left-hand side over there, and we're just out in the open without cover. Whenever you see a laser, that means that the charger, you know, by the time you see it, the charger is already very close to having full charge, and you don't want to be on an open sightline against them. Like, that shot could have killed you. That shot also could have. We're still not getting behind cover here. That's what needs to be happening right here if you're going to be safe from this. Either that or getting out of range, because you were pretty close to out of range, but... Like, we're making a couple points. I guess we traded, but, like, there's no guarantee that we get that trade. We're just being really eager to rush the Rainmaker forward here. Ooh. Yeah, and that's what the quick respawn is for. That's an awkward position there. Do you run Ninja Squid? I don't think you do.
I do not.
Yeah, so
I considered it.
So it's smart that you back off then. If you'd had Ninja Squid, I would have encouraged you to maybe just try and keep swimming toward them here.
Mhm.
They're hard shots to hit even if like they do notice the little ripple, but here, like, yeah, they're already aware you're there because the ripples are out. So that was a lot of shots you tried to fire while being low on ink. That's always something to monitor, that you're noticing that as quickly as possible, so that you're making sure to do something about it. Oh, you grabbed again. And we're running it pretty far backwards, too. This is really risky because we're right next to our own goal. We end up getting 3 down, so we're going to be able to push up from here, but, like, let's say that the Squiffer's the last one up and they get a lucky shot on us down there. what could easily happen is everyone jumps into the Squiffer. Now they have a 4v3 and they're really close to your own goal. You don't ever want to make it easier for them to get to the Rainmaker pedestal. Whenever you push the Rainmaker, you want to put it in a place where it's more difficult for them to push because you put it there. So, for example, to give you an idea of like how much people strategize around this, when a top Rainmaker player knows that they're going to go down and that they're outnumbered and stuff, they will deliberately put the Rainmaker in a corner. And the reason they'll do that is because when the enemy team pops the Rainmaker, it won't paint as far, because a lot of the paint gets absorbed by hitting the wall next to it. So like there's a lot of strategy that goes into that, and one of the most important pieces is don't make it easy for them to push when they regain control, if they're very likely to do that. Now, if your team is very likely to regain control, which is a strategy that some teams will try and use, I think it was a team called Up the Ante. I think that was who it was that did this. They would run like Bloblobber, Junior, and like some really high painting weapons, and they'd feed the Rainmaker in front of everybody, but then they'd have so much popping power behind it that they'd get the pop and maybe like get someone in the explosion, but at least paint their way forward, and then pick it up and run it forward and feed it again, jump to the last player who died in, and pop it again, and keep trying to play that way. And it was pretty tricky to contend against. So there, you want to be in the most open spot possible. But here, it's more about just don't put it next to your own goal.
It sounds like a pretty fun strategy, actually.
Yeah.
Why do I keep picking it up?
Yeah, I mean, 3 points. That's a pretty good Rainmaker push, all things considered. And you've got your whole team to jump back into. This is really good momentum you've got right here. If we just get the pop. Oh, the flank. That's actually such a clutch flank by their splash. That, despite the fact that we were able to manage to get it to 5, which is a great idea by your team, the splash probably saved the game there, because that definitely could have KO'd otherwise. Okay. What a shark. Let's take a look at that for a second. Because you do manage to actually, like, get value out of this shark, which is great. Swim in. What you could also have done was just taken shelter in the corner, between the like graded stuff and the uninkable. That would have been safe.
I wasn't sure if I would get caught there.
You might take like a tick of damage or something, but I don't think you're in lethal range there. Okay, what happens here? So it's great that we get this. From here, these next couple of shots that we fire, I'm not a huge fan of. Reason being, we don't know where anybody else is exactly. We know there's someone to our back left, but that's about all we've got.
There's someone on the other side of the goal.
But, like, not anymore, because they're to our back left. Like, they've moved.
Oh, okay.
So I think that's the player that I'm talking about, the one that you're mentioning as being in front. And that's the point. Like, you don't know exactly where they are. You know that they were just over there, but we've lost visual tracking. And so from here, what we want to be doing is dropping down into the ink to get information on where they are so that our first shot lands, so that we're denying them information. Because we're firing shots this whole time, and they get to figure out where we're at, and that's how they're able to beat us here. If they don't know where we are, then they're just kind of running around in circles, and we catch them.
They're not trying to dodge
on
me.
one of the cycles. Yeah.
They don't know I exist.
So there are definitely some missed shots here. I think the target selection might be a little bit suboptimal here, where we're going for a player who's less easy to splat at the given moment. So I want to break that down a little bit as we go in. So the torpedo is actually a little bit risky. They might think that you're coming in because of that and like pre-fire the corner or something. But they end up not. So from here, first target's obviously Rainmaker, and we go for that. Actually, no, yeah, from here, okay. So we went for the Rainmaker, we just kind of missed because I think somebody else ended up getting them anyway. And then from here, yeah, it's mostly just getting the aim on. And we want to be really careful, like, with the Squiffer, if you give them a shot, you need to be expecting that they're going to splat you. This is like 4 or 5 times now that we've been on a Squiffer sightline, and they could have hit the shot and they just missed. But, like, it will get to a point where they just hit those shots every time. And so you've got to play around their cycle of when they can shoot. You know, you especially if you miss a couple of shots and they're starting to get their charge, you need to just duck behind something to make that shot miss before you keep going in. Otherwise, they're liable to one-shot you. Especially on a weapon that splats as slowly as yours does. Like, you can't just count on them needing an extra half second or something. Like, you need a lot of time to get all that damage in. What's the this way about?
I wanted them to run it behind the goal and like go around the other way. Probably not the best idea.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
They should have been dropping it off like immediately though.
Yeah, they need to drop
way.
it over the ledge is the thing. And like calling this like yeah, it's bad that they go down there, but it would have been worse if they had gone down further back.
That's true.
What you could do from here is use the hammer to pop the shield.
I'm
okay,
pretty
we
sure,
do
yeah.
that. Nice. Alright, good stuff, good stuff. And it's just this charger, which you can... okay.
Squiffer things.
Yeah, and, like, they hit you there, but that's actually fine, because you've got, like, 5 seconds left, and then your team is taking the Rainmaker away from them, and you're wasting their time. That's tactical feeding right there. That's just a good idea.
Feeding for my... The legendary feeding for my team.
Exactly. Alright. So... yeah, like, aim is definitely something that you were mentioning earlier, was just, you know, it felt a little bit off, and that's something that, with a slow-killing weapon, hitting shots is more important, because with every shot you miss, you increase your kill time by even more. So that is definitely something to just work on. I've got a video, it's called Learning Motion Controls, but it gives all of my aim drills. And that's something, you know, so like, for example, learning to snap to a target without overshooting it. So instead of being here, snapping to it and going back and then having to turn around again. Like this.
I think what might help is relearning. The only thing is I can't do 180 flicks if I have lower motion, but I think lower motion might help with just having more steady aim.
Okay.
So I play on 5.5.
I play on 5.5 as well. And it's definitely harder, but also gives you more capability to respond to things quickly. And so I prefer to play that way personally, but there are a lot of top players who play differently, and, you know, totally makes sense why they would want to do that. With the horizontal slash especially, like, that's something that has a fairly wide hitbox, and so that's something that you want to be making sure that you're hitting the vast majority of the time that you've got the opportunity. So, definitely something to work on there. Then, charger sightlines, and this is something that a lot of people struggle with early on because they just aren't playing against chargers that are going to punish them as hard for it. Once you hit about Div 4, the chargers are just not going to miss. Like, you just have to expect that they're not ever going to miss you if you give them a shot. And so once you reach that point, it becomes a lot more difficult to play around them. So learning the habits now where... crap, dropped the controller. Learning the habits now where you just don't give them the shot in the first place is really good practice for when you get to the point where you're like, oh wait, crap, this guy's just really good and they're hitting every shot. Of course, figuring out, who on your comp should be playing the objective is an important thing early on. At the beginning of every game, basically, you're trying to assess what your win condition is by looking at the comps, because what else are you going to be doing while you're swimming out in the mid, right? It's not like that's taking that much brain power. So it's the best time to make that analysis so that you know how to play a fight, especially whether your team can get Rainmaker pop, and whether it's going to be worth going for that, or whether you should just paint for special or flank. I think that sort of idea, if you're thinking about like what your win condition is like that before the beginning of the game, you're probably not going to pick up the Rainmaker so often. But you did get the W, and you had some good pushes in there. Like you've got a lot of good ideas for how to approach the fights in tactically. And I think once you start executing on those, you'll definitely see a lot more success in those fights. Do you have any questions for me?
I don't.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, if you think of anything, just feel free to DM me on Discord. But otherwise, we're going to move on and talk to Hat.
Okay. Bye. Or
Bye.
should I stick around here or no?
There's not really that much of a reason for you to if you don't want to.
Alrighty. I will go.
All right.
Thanks.
Catch you later.
Bye.
Bye. All right. And I see Hat's code there, so I'm going to start getting that in.
All right, hi.
Hello. Okay.
Someone in the chat just made an interesting point. Maybe you should grade the students like afterward, give them a grade afterward for how they did.
I don't feel like that's particularly constructive.
All right, that's understandable.
I don't know what the criteria would be for that or anything.
I overheard
Like-
you talking about Charger a minute ago, so yeah. That's, I mean, I
'Cause it's-
don't know how Chargers work at high levels. Probably to hit every shot, and you have to just completely think about it differently. But yeah, that's tough.
The big thing, just playing against Chargers, which is what we were talking about, was like how to play against them, is you can't expect that they will miss. You need to just play as though every single shot they fire is going to hit you. Because at a certain level, it will. And so you have to play around cover when they're getting charged. You have to spot where they are fairly quickly so that you don't end up putting yourself in a position that they can see. And you're trying to play away from them so that you can 4v3 the rest of their team, essentially. Okay. This comp that they gave you is dreadful. It doesn't have a lot of pushing power at all. And if your ballpoint doesn't play like more of a midline weapon, you're going to end up stepping on each other's toes quite a bit, because there is like a very small menu of options you have for where to position. They have a larger menu of options for where to position, and they can offset this by taking some of the more advanced positions, some of the more aggressive ones that you wouldn't want to take as a charger. But they've got to know to do that, and this is solo queue, so it's anybody's guess how that ends up working. You're going to have a lot of booyah bombs, but you're not going to have anybody to actually run in and do anything with the booyah bombs. So the most you can probably do is either try to combo with your Tri-Strike when those happen, or just look for people fleeing the Booyah Bomb to see if you can get picks from that.
Okay, hold on. Quick question. So the
Mhm.
ink brush. So okay, say a booyah is thrown. Can't the ink brush run in and do something? Is there a reason that can't happen?
The Booyah, sorry, you're a little bit muffled, but the Booyah Bomb is thrown. What about the ink brush?
Okay, so can the ink brush follow up on the booyah bomb, or is there a reason that that can't happen?
Ink brush is not a phenomenal slaying weapon. What ink brush is there to do is to threaten to flank, because it is dangerous if it gets up behind you and you're not aware it's there. That's when the ink brush is dangerous, because it does have a decent enough kill time, and the big thing that really makes it good for that role is that it has a really large hitbox. So, like the Tri-Slosher, if it gets on top of you, it's not going to miss, because it's just got a much larger margin for error than most weapons do. So,
True.
those are its advantages, but it has tremendously low range. It can't move while it's firing. It really has to decide to either move or start firing. So every fight that it takes is a massive commitment, which means that every fight that it takes, it needs to be ambushing or it needs to be running away. So it's much better suited to the skirmisher playstyle. What it's going to try and do is, yes, it'll try and get up there and push up and be in annoying places, but it's going to need to rely on cover heavily, and it's going to need to rely heavily on its ability to move better and shark and flank instead of opposing someone right up front. There is not a really great weapon on your team for just pushing the enemy team, directly in front of them. The best option you've got there is the ballpoint.
Right?
Yeah, you have no weapon that wants to just
No player.
engage the enemy team on the front lines. You have players that want to distract them on the front lines, but nobody to follow up on that distraction unless they're on a backliner's sight line where you can see what's happening there. So you'll have a good amount of paint and booyah bombs, and you've got a pretty decent combination of specials here. You do have a couple of bombs, so it's like you've got some advantages, but basically the enemy team needs to feed into you in order for you to get picks here. You can't really shove the enemy team out of here. And they, in the meantime, have a blaster and a roller that are going to be playing really aggressively, and a paint support weapon that can go in with them, and a range blaster that's not going to be that much less aggressive either. So one disadvantage that they have is they have a lot less paint than you do, and you're going to be able to see them coming. But it's going to be extremely difficult for you to stay on the tower because they've got multiple weapons. In fact, almost every single weapon on their team can attack up over the tower's edge and around the pole really effectively. And you don't have a frontline weapon that's going to be up in the way to keep themselves in between those players and you.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that getting on the tower wasn't really a great option for me, even though I'm a charger. So I basically just tried to stop them, for the aggressive players, stop them before they were able to get in and do damage.
Mm-hmm.
But getting on the tower I knew would be a problem with two blasters.
I think your win condition here, honestly, is win a fight well enough that you get one good push and then just play defense for the rest of the game. You're going to have a whole bunch of booyah bombs that can clear them off the tower. You've got a bunch of backliners that can take pot shots at the tower while it's moving. Your defense is pretty good. You just need to have a lead in the first place to defend. Oh, I don't like that your brush is that far back right now, just kind of playing the throw bombs play style. That means there's nobody in front and there's nobody stopping this flank from happening. Yeah, this is scary. Yeah, you gotta be careful about staying in range of the blaster. They do have a faster fire rate than you, so if you do start charging and they decide to take a shot, they can get that shot off on reaction to you starting to charge before you can actually splat them. Now, you had your ballpoint also attacking them, and so they decided not to go for it and just run. But they probably could have gone for a trade, and I think they would have gotten it. And if they're running quick respawn, which they probably should be, that's a slight advantage to them, if any. Well, not if they trade, no. But That might be something that they're willing to try and go for, just to see. Yeah, good job spotting that. Nice pick. Also nice. So yeah, this is good. Like, this is kind of the idea. We just need to get rid of the people who are going to try and contest the tower. Oh, I thought that landed on the tower. I thought that was just going to clear the roller. I think they're, having gotten like 2 or 3 players already, the roller is probably the top priority for you to focus on, and you probably could have just put more of the strikes around the tower in that position. But I did think that it was going to stop them from being up there. I don't think you had to get off yet. You will have to get off at some point here, but like, you have to remember that you've just splatted like most of the enemy team at this point in time. So they're going to take a minute to get there, and when they do get there, it's going to be telegraphed because they're going to have to paint over your color ink to get there. So you definitely could have kept the tower going a little bit faster and probably been through checkpoint by now. Nice pick, though. You're just hitting a lot of shots here. From here, I guess what you're doing is you're covering the top right, which makes sense. Like, this is something that on a competitive team you'd have maybe like a 52 or a slosher watching on the top right so that you can keep people off of there. But with the tower all the way over here, even if you take a position further left, you're still going to be able to see them dropping. And I think if you take a position further left, you're also going to be able to stop them from getting in the front door a little bit better. So that might be something to consider, depending on where the ballpoint is positioning, obviously. Oh, unfortunate. Did get someone with the far one, though. That's nice. I think there was still someone on the back left. Maybe not. No, I think that's the roller we just saw. We won that fight. I don't know why we're backing up here. Oh, okay. So you were still worried about that. So did that player just kind of shark and let us take the tower? Is that what happened there? Let's see. So there's a player that we see right there. But then they do go back up the ramp. Yeah, they're not there anymore. Does this player just drop out of left side?
I really wanted to push up there, but I couldn't because that player was looking at me, so I knew I would get killed if I tried to push in from the back because it was flanking, but I had to back up and kill that.
Okay, so you're... Because this is running in the direction of the player who's pushing you. You're, like, crossing them up here. I feel like it would be safer, if anything, to keep moving forward and like this way your team so they notice it or something.
I'm not really sure what to say about that, honestly. I thought they came from somewhere else, actually. Oh.
Yeah, that is definitely a weird play that they made, especially to just ignore you instead of making sure to finish the splat.
I think maybe they weren't looking at me, and I like went to the ink to pass them up right when they looked at me, and then I was able to kill them before they could do anything about it.
Because I thought the only way they could possibly get there was if they dropped out the top left. Because there was one player on the left, but they pushed back up onto the ramp. So they're not there anymore. And we know where the third player is, because they're up there getting your teammates off the tower. So it's like, the area in front of us is clear. If anything, it's probably safest to be pushing forward there. But, yeah, that's confusing. And you get the pick anyway, so who cares? So one thing to potentially worry about here is the top left. If someone drops out top left, you're the furthest player back on your team, and nobody's watching it. So that might be something that hits you in the back if you stay here. Want to maybe be checking the map or be, like, taking a glance over there every so often. I think here we've actually accounted for all 4 players that we've just seen recently with either splashes or spawn or whatever. So we're good for now, but something to be aware of that would be a vulnerability. Yeah, unfortunate. I think Once we miss one shot, we probably want to be moving back a little further. So it's like this shot right here. Once we miss this, the only player who's in the way of the enemy team right now is Nani, right in front of you. So the kind of and this is more of an E-leader thing, but in general, you don't want to be pushed up until there's a meat shield between you and the enemy team. And right now, your meat shield is like stepping on your toes. They're right on top of you, and they also just made themselves really visible and led everyone over here. So that's going to lead everybody to try and dive you from there. So that's a situation where you want to just recognize, like, I was safe because they were going to attack the tower first, but now that the tower has been splatted, and that means it's time for me to back up so that I can still have more distance between me and the furthest player forward. Okay, 3 down. So we're just looking for that last blaster. Definitely want to be pushing up here and getting some kind of a position where we can see. This is like a good position for if there are people on ramp who are going to contest you, but I think we could probably move around in front of the tower from here and start getting set up over there. If the blaster pushes us, we just drop off the ledge and whoever's on tower ends up shooting them or something. It's probably safe to go there. But like staying this far back, especially without any frontline weapons, like with frontline weapons, I would say this is still too far back because all you're going to be able to see is if they drop out to the right. But with no frontline weapons, you want to be trying to take as much of a forward roll as you can, and I think that you could probably have rounded the corner on left and got to looking up the ramp.
That's a good point. I saw some activity at the bottom right, and I wasn't sure if there was someone there or not, so I went to go check, but I guess not.
I think this is a moment where we're maybe like panic striking. Let's move forward just a second. Yeah, and we went too far. Figures. So like at this point, we see that there are blaster shots being put on tower. So that gives us, that gives us something of an idea of where the enemy team has gotten to now. They're probably around, about in line with that sign or the sponge. So at this point, and again, player on tower is the furthest player forward, and now we're the furthest player forward. That's always something to keep in mind, like who's the furthest player forward. Because if you're trying to play to stay alive, you don't want to be that furthest player forward most of the time. Or if you are, you want to be at full, max range away from them, and you want to be painting defensively. From here, like, we move forward as far forward as we have moved so far, and pop a special that makes it so we can't swim. So we're making ourselves at our most vulnerable right when the players in front of us that have been our shield up until this point have been taken out and moved out of the way. So this blaster could definitely splat you before you get the special even finished. And it probably wouldn't have splatted someone if they'd managed to do that. Oh, please don't feed in Aerospray friend. Oh, nice! I do not expect them to win that 1v1. Pop off! Let's go. The Aerospray did so much work there. Nice pick, and we saved first check. Good job getting on the tower to ensure that nobody else could get back on. And good pick there. They did not know their range. Alright, so I don't know if you knew that the Autobomb was going to fall down, but the game plan, if it doesn't fall off, is to swim to the right to make sure to activate it so that it actually triggers and blows up, and then move over to the left so that you don't have to be dealing with it on the tower the whole time. Good job backing up. That was about the right timing to do it. Unfortunate that your teammate decided that it was good to challenge a roll around the tower, but I don't know, I guess it worked for them before. And that's 3 down, and then these are chumps, so we don't have to worry about this. what we want to worry about is getting on that tower and getting it moving again. Because this is literally like a 4v1 situation where this player is on tower. We can just kind of get on the tower, and then if someone else decides to get on, we paint our feet pretty quickly. You know, you kind of got like Splatana wiper paint, basically, with your tap shots. So you can kind of zip around the tower a little bit, give your teammates some time to get the pick. It shouldn't be too difficult for them to get that player, and you can this way if they're not noticing, but we want to get the tower moving back the other way as quickly as we can, and there's a little bit of lag time between when we win that advantage and when we get up on the tower that you might want to not have. Because notice, like, we've splatted so many players in a row here, and the tower still has not made it out of mid, because we just haven't gotten on when we've had these advantages. So at some point, someone should probably grab. And we don't want it to be one of the frontliners, because they're the only players who are actually able to push up in front of it and clear the way to make it safe to ride. Another thing to think about is when the ballpoint has inkjet, because inkjet's really annoying in tower control sometimes when you need the inkjet player to be riding the tower, but as soon as they lift off above it, they can't ride it. And so whenever the ballpoint has that and like they're up in the air, you're now the #1 priority tower rider. Again, I'd like you to be moving more towards the left-hand side here and trying to get an angle maybe around the wall. We keep trying to shoot, like, at the wall, directly in front, but, like, look at how much cover there is for someone who just drops down to ground level and goes after the tower rider. If we're further on the left, we can hit closer to that and kind of force them into the corner or something with our laser. But from here, they kind of just get free shots on the tower until the tower comes all the way back into mid. Also, since you've been playing on the right-hand side this whole time, I think the enemy team is kind of getting accustomed to that and figuring out that, like, they're totally safe if they just drop in there and go after the tower at that checkpoint. Whereas if you were mixing it up a little bit more, maybe they wouldn't feel so confident. It might actually be a good idea here to swim up the ramp to the left, because that gives you a really good view of the left side of mid, and you might catch some picks as some players try to move from the left-hand side to the fight that's developing on the right. You might catch them in rotation. It's a little bit risky because a blaster is going to love to camp that spot. Playing with fire a little bit there, if the roller swings a second time, they probably do at least hit you with indirect damage. But they end up not going for it. Good pick. And now there's still just the roller on the bottom right. But they just decide to roll instead of sharking like a roller should and hitting you over the ledge. Again, it's a little bit dangerous for you to be staying that close to the ledge there. But, I mean, if they're going to give themselves up like that, then, you know, go for it. With the Reef Slider, you want to be setting up so that you've got the laser directly on them as soon as the Reef Slider finishes. Because there is a window where you can just splat them before they can move again. Kind of like camping a jump. Think about it like that. This is probably not the position that you want to be taking because you're coming around a blind corner. You want to swing as wide as possible around these corners. I have a video about defensive painting that talks about this concept quite a bit. Let's say that the roller is back up, which I don't think they are, but let's say they're back up. And they are behind the sponge that's right in front of you. They're sharking right in that little patch of orange ink right there.
Yeah, I probably would have died there. Yeah.
Exactly. If you take the corner wider, then you're far enough away from them that they don't one-shot you, and you can just drop over the ledge and, you know, jump out or something, and your teammates can deal with it. They keep doing that. Alright. Well, it didn't work.
Probably could have died there, but it's not.
This will probably KO. What would be really nice is if they... Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, even if they do stop it, it would be really nice if the Aerospray can use the special charge to get another Booyah Bomb and then just GG Booyah them, but didn't need it. So, yeah, you hit a lot of shots. That was pretty much what the win condition was, just like you need to splat them more so that you actually have opportunities to push. And that kept happening. You kept on finding shots on players who were exposing themselves on your sight lines, who were not rotating well into fights, not taking cover well. 18-2 is definitely the answer to that. Like that was a pretty hard carry, I would say.
Starter is a thing. Starter I feel is very, very significantly different than any other weapon class in the game. Like, even by a margin that's much larger than other weapon classes are to others. Because, like, it's just, like, most of the mechanical skill is from aiming, while other weapons, you might, especially with Tetra dualies, you might focus on movement a lot, as well as shooting while you're dodging. That's another one. But, I mean, I didn't play Charger, like, at all in Splatoon 2, and then Splatoon 3, I just decided to give it a try until I started learning how to aim better. And then I realized that some days you can just hit all your shots, and other days you can't hit any. I don't know. Charger is weird.
So moving out onto the map here real quick, just to show here. So this spot right here is really powerful for any backline weapon. Like, the E-Leader players love this spot. Like, you can see down that ramp. You can see whatever's below you here. You can see well enough to hit people who are trying to, like, stand behind this block. You can see the tower. You can see, like, this entryway here. So there's... And then you can also, like, rotate over to the right if you need to, and there's, like, nothing on the map that's stopping you. Like, you could rotate over to here, and there's this sign in the way, which is great, but you can also just kind of do this, and then now you're on the right-hand side.
Oh, actually, I've never thought about jumping onto that little spot there. Good to know. But whenever I play E-Leader, which isn't very often, I usually play Splat Charger more, people stuff, but, yeah, I usually stay in the spot when I'm E-Leader. But I don't know why I not do that, man.
You can also, instead of going for this jump, if you got it painted and the sponge is up, you could just hop across to here, and this is probably a little more consistent. But yeah, both of those are ideas that you have for how you can move around. One thing that's really important, especially once players stop just like putting the roller down when they're trying to move in for a flank, instead of, actually sharking, is you'll want to take a shot or maybe two from a certain position, but then move to someplace else. It doesn't have to be super far away, but you want to make sure that they're not getting the idea of, like, where you're at. So, like, if you fire a shot from here and you know there's someone bottom left and they might, come up below and try to harass you from there, you could hop over to here, maybe drop down here and take a shot at them from here. And so now you're playing off the information you gave them before, where they think you're up here still, and now you get charge, peek, splat them from here because they're out behind the cover. And you want to work your way around the map like that. So you could take, a position like this sometimes if you know that the right side's clear. But I noticed there a lot of time you would gravitate towards just kind of standing here, and even when, the tower is pushing up to this checkpoint, like, there's a bunch of space, like, right here and right here that you just cannot possibly see and that your weapon can't do anything about until it has Tri-Strike. And I'm thinking, like, if you move up to maybe a position like this, you get a better angle on that, and you can keep them a little bit further away from the tower. If you get full control, you might even be able to, like, get up here and start doing this sort of thing, and this lets you see up on top of here. And one of the nice things about... you could also, if you get a totally full wipe, you could set up, like, right here, and this way you can see the top left and the right-hand side over here, and you've got kind of both of those options. And anytime you're contested in a position like this, it's a little bit safer, because you can always just drop off that ledge, super jump out, and you're back really close to a position that you like, which is right here. And you're probably going to want to be resetting back to this kind of a position anyway, because by the time you're pushed out of there, they're probably pushing back out into mid again. So I think that works really smoothly for a Charger player. So try
Good to
consider,
think about,
playing a little bit more on this left hand side because I think there was a lot that was like being left on the table that you could have taken control of a little bit, especially since you're working without frontliners there. Thank you so
Good
much for
point,
the raid,
sir.
by the way, Falco. Welcome,
Keep
everybody.
in mind trying different positions on this map. Yeah, that's interesting. So, is it? I heard you talk about something similar to this before. Like some days, there are some things like maybe this game called Beat Saber, for example, or playing Charter and Splatoon. That some days I can just like hit all my shots, and other days I like miss all the shots, and I don't really understand. Like just the other day I was playing YouTuber, and I was popping off really hard, and then the next day I get back on and I can't hit any shots. I don't know why that is.
Well, try to approach it scientifically. Think about like, are there any IRL factors that might be playing into this? Like, am I tired? Did I warm up a certain amount beforehand? Am I less focused today? Am I more focused today? Because sometimes I find that like there are certain skills that your muscle memory knows better than your brain does. There's some skills where it's like if you just like relax and let your body do what you've practiced so often that it'll do it. But if you're like stressing out about it and thinking about too many other things, if you're trying to micromanage the shot too much, then it might not go as well. So like there are a bunch of different ideas to consider, and I really can't say what a cause of your personal inconsistency is going to be, because it's going to be different for everybody. But
Yeah, that's true.
one thing that
Someday,
you could
maybe.
do is like talk to Charger players about that, like just find a time that Brian's streaming or something and ask what Brian thinks, or ask Q, or ask anybody like that. What I have heard is that there's this odd tendency for Charger players, and also actual snipers, like in the military, to have very, very calm demeanor, to like not be very emotional while they are aiming and taking shots and stuff. To
Yeah,
just
I don't
like,
think it's an emotional thing personally.
Okay.
Like, I'm not gonna like brag or anything, but I do take kung fu classes, and that has improved my ability to stay calm under stressful situations very well. So
okay,
I don't really tilt in this game like I used to, which is nice, but that doesn't seem to be the thing that's affecting my charger aim. I don't know what it is. I'll have to figure that out, but thanks anyway.
yeah, sure thing.
All right.
Interesting. I never noticed that. Then this is just like a really good.
Oh yeah,
Camp-
yeah, those lines.
good,
are
like, view to
great when
see it.
you- Yeah.
But like when
can-
you get a ninja squid line, you can
paint
see
over
it. You can see it really well, but you can also just
You can just
paint
get
over
rid of it. Yeah.
Get rid of it. So that's neat.
It's pretty weird to like sometimes sometimes a disadvantage and advantage of this game can actually be the ink color when you're considering Ninja Squid players, because there are certain situations where you can see the line very easily, and other situations where the ink color does not allow you to see the line of a Ninja Squid user. So say, for example, there's a splat world that has Ninja Squid, and I feel like I've seen the differences in games when a Ninja Squid player can get in and kill everyone and doesn't do as good of a job when the ink colors are different. I'm just saying. It does happen sometimes. I don't know exactly. I haven't tested what the ink colors are, but maybe generally lighter ones. Sometimes you can see the trail a little better. I don't know.
This smiley face is not working.
Yep. All right. Well. Oh yeah, I was gonna have this short-ish conversation. It might take longer than a normal question is the thing. So I want to talk a little bit about an idea I had about adding custom kits to Splatoon. So I was thinking that in the current state of the game, adding custom kits is not possible. There are too many things you could put on weapons to make them too broken and completely break the game. Especially considering that 10 missiles is actually in this game. So when you consider that, you would just see people putting 10 missiles on almost every weapon, and it would completely ruin the game. So I thought about what would really need to happen for custom kits to be added to the system, because it would need a lot of changes to give players the ability to choose any kit they want, which I feel like would actually be one of the best changes they could possibly make to this platoon as a series. Because the whole reason they're giving custom kits to weapons and not actually letting players choose what the kits are is for balancing purposes. But I feel like if they balance this game properly, we could actually see the ability to make your own kits come to the game.
I don't know that I agree with that, because I think that game balance is challenging enough that it's just, there's always going to be some combination that somebody finds that's broken and that becomes very dominant in the meta. And I think when you make it so that the kits are limited, there are far fewer opportunities for that sort of thing to happen, where you can just know that you're nerfing most things by not giving them access to the very best kit that they could possibly have.
That's true, yes.
Now, I would like for there to be more kits that are powerful. Like, I think that if everything were as strong as the sloshing machine was at launch, that would be a better game state than if everything is as weak as, say, you know, something that doesn't see a lot of competitive play. So that's the way that I'd rather it work, but...
I did think about that if... Okay, hold on. First, I just want to start with Nintendo. We kind of see these untold patterns of what they do when making kit decisions for the game, just as in general. We kind of see patterns. Like, for example, you don't see another sub on a weapon that already has a kit with that sub on it. But I feel like they should change another, like, you know how they made the change from Splatoon 2 to 3 to where they give individual weapons special counts, so you can nerf individual weapons to their special requirement, which is very important. And I thought that if they were to actually add custom kits to the game, then they should do that with, just have a similar mindset with subs and specials. So say, for example, you have a very, very broken special and sub combination. Okay, let's just say the sloshing machine with its current kit, maybe on one weapon you could have Fizzy Bomb be more powerful than it is on the sloshing machine. So they could decide to balance a specific weapon with specific subs and specials so they can't be as broken. So like let's say on the 52 gal, they give both the 52 gal and the sloshing machine the ability to have Fizzy Bomb. Maybe they make the Fizzy Bomb on the sloshing machine require more ink than the 52 gal. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a possibility. I feel like, you know, of all the content creators, like, you've probably found the one who's like the least interested in the hypothetical conversations about balancing the game, because for me, like, my thinking on it is, well, you know, that would be cool, but patterns have shown that we're not going to get it, and so I just look at that and I'm like, I'd rather spend my time thinking about what we have been given than think about stuff that's, man, I wish that was in the game.
That's true. All right, well...
So that's where I'm at on it, and like, I don't want to, you know, discourage the conversation or anything, because it is an interesting one to have, but it's also just like, yeah, that would be cool, and that's about all I have to say about it.
Yeah, Nintendo will do what Nintendo will do.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so in that case, I have a question about Rainmaker. So,
okay.
What things should I be looking for when deciding whether I should pick up the Rainmaker or someone else should pick up the Rainmaker? Because that's something I've completely missed out on in my thoughts. I don't really know what to think about that.
The simple answer to it is that the weapons that are most capable of pushing are the ones that should not pick up the Rainmaker. So that is like any weapon that can create a zone, a protective zone of control around the Rainmaker carrier, where if an opponent walks into that zone, they're immediately getting shot at. You are really good at enforcing a zone. You're like as a charger player, you're really good at like making it so that if someone steps into that zone that's already created, that player goes down. Your problem though is that because you're a charger, because you're a long-ranged weapon that needs to play from particular positions, it's going to take you a really long time to safely push up. There are a lot of angles that you have to paint very defensively to make sure nobody's there. Whereas there are other weapons in the game that are perfectly happy to just push around a blind corner if that's what's asked of them at the moment. And being able to get through the map more quickly like that is really key to establishing that perimeter and like getting it set up and engaging the enemy in it so that the rest of the team can enforce it. And so, since you're less capable of moving that protective perimeter up quickly, you're a better candidate for picking the Rainmaker up so that you are instead the one being protected by that perimeter instead of being the one who's having to create that perimeter and continuously move it forward.
Okay.
Because the Rainmaker doesn't get to move up in a strict kind of theoretical sense until it's going to be protected. Because the first player that gets access to the Rainmaker on the enemy team is going to stop it. Which means that the most important thing is to move it up and move it up quickly and to have protection in front of it when you move it up. So you don't want the Charger leading the charge to move the Rainmaker's protective perimeter up. You want that to be a frontline weapon. So any aggressive weapons that you have should be leaving the Rainmaker for somebody else to pick up. And typically that's either going to be you or it's going to be a support player. Support players, if they've just used their special and they're not going to be as useful for fighting and you've got like maybe a really good sightline, then it's going to be a better option for them to pick it up in those kinds of cases. But for the most part, like you're a really good candidate. If there's another backliner, then they're a really good candidate. And if there's a support, they can definitely do it too.
Good enough.
I do talk about that in my Rainmaker guide as well. So if you want to go and refresh yourself on that, that information is there, as well as more of an explanation of like how this theory of Rainmaker works.
This is interesting. Yeah. So, what sensitivity do you play on most of the time? Is it 5/5, or do you just do that instant case?
I personally use +5/+5. That is, it's a different question, I think, for me, because I play short-range shooters. For me as a short-range shooter player, there are absolutely situations where I will have to 180 someone. For something like an E-liter, if you're ending up in a position where you have to 180 someone, on a lot of these maps, that means you messed up. Like on a lot of the maps, you want to avoid that situation 100% of the time. And you actually stand a reasonable chance of being able to do so. So I think it makes more sense for backline weapons to have lower sensitivities than I have. But there are also some Charger players who just, want to be able to trick shot people and like spin around and, do all that fun stuff. And so they will actually play with the +5/+5 as well.
Yeah.
So
as a Charger user, I can see how it's so hated because I also like making trick shots sometimes. Like I remember a situation where a sleuth came up behind me with an ultra stamp and I 180'd them up close. It's painful to fight an E-liter if you don't know how to get around them.
mm-hmm.
Really painful, but I noticed in this game, sometimes when you play Charger, you just have everyone spamming bombs at you, and it's hard to even touch the enemy team. If they're charging special and throwing bombs too much, sometimes you don't even get many chances to get it picked.
Yeah, that's a thing. Now, you are still drawing enemy aggro, like you are getting people's attention, you're making them spend resources dealing with you, which is something. At top level, you're actually not even going to get that many picks because players will just know not to peek you at that point. But what will happen a lot of the time is that you'll shut down a sight line so that the opponents have more limited opportunities to engage, or you'll like get them to spend resources on you so they can't spend resources on the rest of your team. So there's some opportunities with that kind of an idea. But yeah, that is a considerable weakness of backline weapons in general, that they make it such that you can't avoid pressure as well as other weapons can't. You can't paint for yourself and get out of there quite as quickly and effectively as something like a short-range shooter could. And that's just a weakness of the weapon that you'll have to work around.
Yeah, it's good to know. Alright. I don't remember. I gotta have to go now, so thanks for reviewing the bill.
Sorry, what was that? It was really muffled. Hello? I think that might have been them having to leave. Oh no, they're muted. Look how pretty it is.
We played the whole map. Going to the impossible in an actual match. Anyway, thank you for reviewing my bot again, and I have to go. So,
All right, you have a good one.
yeah, you too.
All right. What exactly is going on? Who's on the other end of the call? Why are you painting the whole map of the 52 gal? So we did a VOD review for the person who was on the call, who was Hat, that gray hat. And he had some questions for after the call where we did the VOD review, which I was answering. And since I didn't have anything else too much to be doing, I had come here to do a demonstration on this map to talk about positioning and whatnot. But since I was done with that, I've just been working on making a very, very pretty homogenously, that's the word, homogenously painted map. And just making it all pretty and perfect. If you ride the tower, you can paint their spawn. True. True, true, true. Okay, there's a divot there that I need to fix. There we go. Kind of want to know where I... Okay, we're almost there. It's just going to take another second or two. Just a spot by the science bunch. Okay, I'll go and check that out after I get their base done. I want to make sure to jump in such a way that I don't create the divot on the tower, which I think I successfully did. Okay. And I also probably have my own team's spawn area up there that I can do more with. But we've come this far. We'll finish this up. I need to be careful about when I submerge, because that also causes divots. Boink. See, there's a little dot there. And the amount of time that this would take is kind of insane. I wonder if anyone's ever gotten 100% turf painted. I know that there have been people who have tried. Like, I saw a YouTube video where people were attempting it with, like, all 4 members and just couldn't even get particularly close. I think they hit, like, 99.1 on their absolute best effort. Okay. So that's all pretty. Got that about as nice as it's gonna get. I don't think there's like any trick to getting to the other side. I don't think you can... You probably couldn't even do that with a baller. Okay, we drop here. Actually, it doesn't matter because we are going to create a divot right there that we have to fix. But science sponge, I am told. Actually, let's just super jump to our base. Oh, wait, was that going to cause it? Oh, no, that caused the divot. And that caused the landing divot. Shoot. Okay. Oh, we did get our spawn area. Okay. Well, we'll have to go back into... Oh, can we do this? And then this will still cause a divot. Shoot. Me. Okay. Nope, 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 nope. Can't swim. Ah, alright. There. I think that's all of the paint that I can put down. Oh, no, wait. Skip the spot. Ah, no, I've got to fix that divot now. There's 2 divots. But I did not get this up here. And that's just no good. Can't have that. Okay. Very clean, very clean. Now we fix the divots in mid that we caused. With the super jumps. There's one there, and then there's one right there, I think. Anything more? I think we're good. Okay. There. It's pretty. I guess I could probably get some of the enemy spawn. I should do that. Because this is very important, you see. Could with Zipcaster? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Some splotches. This probably isn't the best weapon to be doing this with either. Pretty good. That looks good. Nice. Get that edge there. Nice. Okay. That little bit there. I can get pretty far up there. Nice, we're pretty much all the way into that corner. Funny how that rectangle actually really messes things up. Okay. I think we've done about as good of a job as we're gonna. So we got just that little bit right there. Reach. All right, cool. We're done. But yeah, there are way more weapons that'd be like easy to do that with. Like there are like you could, for example, get a weapon with curling bomb, and you could use the curling bomb to go up over the top of those ledges. There's some weapons that just have the range to hit up there. There's some weapons that could zip caster up there, or throw tri-strikes up there. Bombs. I picked a weapon that doesn't have a bomb. So there are definitely better options. Excuse me. What did we get for that? Alright, we got a bronze. Not bad. Let's see, do I care about playing these? Nope. Nope. Absolutely not. Zones, what would I play there? I play Crab? Would I play 52? I'd probably play 52. 52 is good there. Let's win this ticket. Let's win this ticket. Mincemeat Rainmaker. Nothing bad can happen with that in rotation. Rainmaker is probably Mincemeat's best mode. I honestly think Barnacle Rainmaker might be worse. Barnacle's a really nasty lockout map. And if you get the Rainmaker to top left, you're just in a better position than the enemy team is, which is not the way that it should work. They have 2 backliners and we have none. Why does the game keep doing this? I don't understand. It feels like it's kind of abandoning the whole, like, keeping the weapon ranges consistent across the team's system. Oh, if I'd gotten just a little bit closer, that would have been sick. I don't want to stay there for too long because there's a player up top. We need to keep the zone here, which we're not doing at all on the other side. Get out of the range, put this out, and get this. Make it as difficult as possible for them to exist here and not actually kill anybody, so that's unfortunate. Probably just lose our hold on the zone immediately. I'm just going to keep coming left until they start doing something about it. Especially since the rest of my team is so bent... I can't save that jump, I'm sorry, bud. Since our team is so bent on playing the right side... There we go. Still someone over here, which we can finish off. Let's get up before they're able to get out. Oh man, I saw them coming. There we go, nice. Okay, so there's a fight over there. There's still a fight ongoing over there. that. I knew there was going to be a shot coming in from behind me, but then I just kind of stayed too close. Got splatted by the bomb. This is a really good beacon for us. Oh boy. Nice, got the jet. Should be able to help out here. Cool. Oh my god, I should have been able to splat that guy easily. Just attack the shield. Didn't do anything special there, just kind of came right at the splash wall, and I wasn't ready for that option. I thought they were going to go literally any place else. Do anything more safe than that. Okay, got the trade. Should be able to take zone back easily from there. Good job. Just jump in the mid here. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Throw that out there. Sometimes the, especially faster killing weapons can splat you in between when the shield goes up. And, when it actually activates. And so you've got to be really careful not to be in range during that time. So that's why I'm throwing the shield, the splash wall, but then moving away from it before it deploys. But yeah, I mean, they had double back line, so that's kind of what I expect to happen, that we're just going to be able to move in as soon as we've displaced the backliners. Spend a lot of the game in their base. Alright. S+2. Only 8 more to go. Yeah, we do get our first play of the day back. And it is a bunch of cards I already have. Plus the S-Blast. Nice. Alrighty. Yeah, that is all I really care to play of these map modes. But I'm probably going to call it there and get to work on the video for tomorrow. So let's go and figure out who we should raid. Let's go raid Mochi. Mochi is a competitive player for a team called Ludicrous Speed, where everything is a Spaceballs reference. They will probably have the soundboard up where they can say "Hail Scroob" because I've coached them a number of times, and so now I'm President Scroob. There are probably some other President Scroobs as well. But thank you everybody for watching. Here are my links if you would like to go and find other stuff I do. There's a Discord, there is a Twitter, there's TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, and I also have a Medify account where you can pay for private lessons, and I have a Patreon if you'd like to support the channel and be able to get your say in which comps get added to the Silly Comp Sunday stream. So if that's something that you're interested in, that would be the place to go and figure that out. If you would like a VOD review like the ones that we did today, the way to get one is to DM me via Discord. And so find me on the Discord server there, and you're in. Thanks everybody for watching, and you all have a lovely day. Let's go say schools out to Big Mochi.